Hmm. What?
They've added microtransactions in it, but you're going to get all the servers where people are swearing at each other, there's no proper moderation. We're not going to be updating Xbox One anymore.
No.
Well, I've kind of recovered now, but as you could tell by the incredible intro, Minecraft Better Together has now come out. I already did a video on it, but they are just releasing it so blooming early. I mean, look at this. I mean, the whole problems that are there, that I pointed out, are all still there. Microsoft, do you know why they've been pushing this? Because what they do, they go and try and do beta testing on, instead of actually doing it and making the game good like they did with Minecraft Console Edition, no, they're going to make it and put it out to the public for them to test themselves, so then they can get revenue coming in and people will fix the game for them, because they'll start complaining until they're forced to mix the game, but then they'll have revenue to kind of cover that. This is the type of people that are now running Minecraft, and I'm not fed up with it, because they did it with Windows 10, didn't they? When there was all the problems that people were having with it. My mum, she tried to get it on her computer, and it completely crashed it. And there's pretty much no point in getting this game for, oh god, 6 months at the very, very least, but I will leave it a year, at least, before I won't even touch it after that, because it is just so bad, because there is barely any of the features that are in the previous games, and they're just going to try and push forward this whole Better Together thing. Do you know why? Because they want central control. They want central control over the whole of the Minecraft community. They want to be able to just go bosh and implement something. They don't want to have to go through all of the Xbox. They don't want to have to go through 4J and then go through all the different systems and all the different workings on it. They just want to go, we're going to have one thing so then everyone can play on it. We're going to market that everyone can play together, and then we're not going to care about anybody's complaints, apart from the people that are supposed to be sorting it out. But people at the top, they don't care. It's just, we're going to release this. This is going to give us a little bit more revenue from Minecraft, and then we can go on and then push forward further plans for it. This is the type of people that are now running this game. In my mind, they shouldn't have sold it off. I don't know what the exact circumstances of it. I don't know whether they're necessary, but he should never have sold it off to a big multinational company like Microsoft. If they sold it to Sony, they'll probably do something similar. If they sold it to, I don't know, some other, like, if they sold it to EA, or they sold it to Take-Two, whatever. This is the type of game, I mean, it's pretty much just the same, they just do it slightly differently, but it would still be the same general concept. What they will be pushing forward, they'll be pushing it some way to get them a little bit more revenue off this game, and I'm fed up with it. People have been pressing Microsoft to try and put this stuff in. Have you seen the blooming realms? The blooming realms in there? It's full of microtransactions. This game is more than just a Pocket Edition port. They've actually put microtransactions in there. They brought the whole coins over. People have been saying, oh yeah, microtransactions can be done well. No, they blooming can't. I've got a whole blooming other video on that as well. Like, have you seen the blooming realms? Apparently it's, Sabi did some kind of review of it, I might put it in the description if I remember, but he did some review of it, and it was basically, to get some kits, you'd have to go in, if you wanted to get kits, you'd have to run down, and you have to go really far outside the main lobby area to go and get the kits, and then you could select a kit, but it would only last for one game, and every single time you'd have to go trek down there to try and get some kits, and then after that, you may be thinking, oh, why didn't you keep it like that? Well, in the game chat, apparently, he keeps on putting forward messages as like, wouldn't it be great if you could get the VIP? Wouldn't it be great if you paid extra money to do this? Wouldn't it be great if you did this? And it's just pushing you to get more packs. And this means that people who do have the right amount of money, the amount of money that they need to pay to get this, they'll be able to win better. So now, they've just made Minecraft Online into a pay-to-win, with them centrally controlling it, and then they'll be able to fiddle with it. They'll be able to put in all these microtransactions which they have now. This is how bad it's getting. Like, I don't mind it if they had the servers and they managed to perform on the same level, if not better, than the mini games did on Xbox. Which, if everything else came over to this new version, then I would be. That would be the one thing which I'd be willing to lose. But it's the way that they've implemented the realms now and all the servers which has just completely destroyed any hope of that, really. like that, I would still probably have lived with it if they had been done well, if it would have been implemented so there was none of these microtransactions. But you know why? Because everything is focused around the phone now. Everything's focused around the Pocket Edition version. They've added microtransactions in that now. They've added all these blooming skin packs. And as I said, they've added all these packs for battles, and then if you've not got one of them, you're just at a disadvantage. This is how bad the game is getting now. Even back 6 months ago, like basically before they announced the Better Together update, Minecraft was stringing along really nicely. The game on Xbox kept on updating it, kept on bringing stuff forward that the PC was coming up with. They came up with llamas and stuff. I mean, they changed the combat a bit, which wasn't exactly... It was kind of a bit controversial, but I think everybody's managed to live with that now. And then it was going along quite well. I mean, I said that I didn't really like the CU53, and then suddenly the Better Together update comes along and completely blows that out the water in terms of how bad that was. Well, I mean, for me, that was the only thing for me. Like, the way they changed the wall, I really didn't think they needed to do that. I mean, for me, it's actually made a lot of things better than it has worse, but personally, I don't think they really should have changed that. They were basically trying to just bring things over in steps on the console version from PC and Pocket Edition. They were just bringing it in steps. Like, every once in a while, they brought parrots, then they bought like the woodland mansions and stuff, and as I said, then they changed the colour of the wool and stuff like that, but they're gradually implementing it. It wasn't suddenly, oh, we're going to stop updates for this version, the old version which you know and love, to force you to go over to this new version where we can actually pay you constantly because you want to go on rambles with your friends, because we keep on pushing this Better Together thing, by the way, because, oh yeah, you can play with people on Pocket Edition, but that means that you're going to have to get all these skin packs and get all the packs, if you want to get the packs for the realms, or you want to get the VIP thing, or the goat thing, whatever the other thing is, you will basically want to get them, you're going to be at a much bigger advantage compared to everybody else. You're going to win the games because you have more money. And I'm sorry, but I do not put up with this. We need to be fighting this, and it seems like no one has. No one has in the YouTube community, apart from a few people, and they've not been explicitly critical about it. Or at least not enough to get noticed. People need to be pushing more and more and more for this. You need to attack the base point of sale. Look what happened to GTA 5 when they took the mods off that. You need to attack the point of sale. Don't do petitions and stuff, because no one will ever listen to that. Attack the base point of sale. Don't get this game. Have negative reviews for it. This is what will get the attention, because if it doesn't go as they expect, then it will force them to change it.